The reality is we're on a path. So to answer your question about where we're headed, we're on a path to greatly exceed 1.5 degrees of warming. We're on a path to blow past 2 degrees Celsius of warming. And right now, best estimate is that on our current path we would end up somewhere between 2.5 and 3 degrees centigrade of global mean warming. Now, here's the problem with that. A, that's a whole hell of a lot of warming still to come, first of
Absolutely.
all.
Mhm.
That's more than double the amount of warming. This is the other reason why
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
important to be careful about how we define our benchmark because we haven't seen anything yet if we're on that kind of path in terms of where we are. Because using apples to apples, we're at about 1.3, 1.4 multi-decadal average. So apples to apples, 2.5 to 3 is at least double that. The
Mhm.
impacts from double the warming are going to be a lot greater than double the impacts. In fact, we see that the some of the processes involved are nonlinear.
Mhm.
Not so much with the warming itself, but everything that stems from the warming, and so therefore the consequences. But here's the problem. That's sort of a median estimate based on consensus climate science. And there are well, there's really two big classes of uncertainties there. One is the human uncertainty. What do we do with our emissions over the next 30, 40, 50 years? Uh, we're just guessing. We don't know. And I don't think that we're very good at that, guessing that kind of thing. In fact, the empirical evidence that we're not is that I don't think too many people would have predicted the geopolitical trajectory post-Paris. Who
Yeah.
would have predicted that in late 2019 a novel virus would emerge and really be globally transformative in its disruption?
Mhm.
The specific sequence of geopolitical conflicts that followed. I mean, there's a major war in Europe now. There are multiple wars that weren't occurring, at least in active form, in the Middle East now,
And Africa too. Yeah.
and Africa. And there's new instability in Asia that wasn't the case either. So and they happen to be coinciding in many places in geographies and political arenas that are very relevant from a global oil perspective. And so the landscape has changed and our ambitions have shifted elsewhere. COVID kind of distracted us, and and for better or for worse, I'm not sure that we could have done much better in terms of letting it not distract us. That truly was an unexpected global shock. But the geopolitical conflicts, the specific ones maybe weren't foreseeable, but the notion that the world essentially hasn't gone according to, our best laid plans, that itself probably should have been predictable. I can't tell you exactly how it's going to go off the rails, but usually things don't go exactly as we hope geopolitically.